Today we are going to discuss about the routing in the Angular. What is routing? Routing when routing is to handle the navigation from one view to the next. Like if we have single web page application, then from one page to one nav, if we have a navbar and we want to go from one link to the another link, that time we need to use the routing. The router, what and router do, what router enables a navigation by interrupting a browser URL as an instruction to the change instruction that change the view. Okay, what is the single page application? Routing we use for to like the Angular is a single page application. That means the single page application are the web application that load a single HTML web page and only a part of page instead of entire page gets update every click of the mouse. Only it's not reloading the page again and again. It is just loading the single web page and it's just changing the content on the click. Okay, let's start. First of all, to use the routing, what we are going to use, we have to mention the routes for the components. Like we have component employee, department, like the user. We will create route for every component. To create the to mention the route, we are going to mention the route in this file app.route.ts file. This is the array. Here we are going to create the object for the path for every single component. Okay, for that we are going to use these curly braces. Then we are going to mention the path. This will be your the path you can mention. This will be defined by us. We can give any path whatever we want. This is the user, like I just want to give the user. Then we need to mention the component. What is our component name? Like it will suggest you we are going to use this user component. Okay, and it will import by itself. Okay, after that we are going to add, this is the one user component and we mention the path. This is the route. The web URL will use user for that. Okay, this is the component. Okay, now we are going to mention the next one. Okay, let's say we have another one is the employee. Okay, we are going to give the path for the employee. Okay, then we are going to mention the component name. Path we can mention any, whatever we that will describe our component name. According to that we can choose. Okay, then it's a employee component. Let's see, this one is our employee component. Okay, let's describe the next one also. Next one is we have the component name is employee department. Let's create that one too. Path like employee, we can use a hyphen also. We need to put it in the braces. Okay, department. Okay, after that we are going to mention the component. Our component name is employee department component. Okay, let's save this one. After that, then we will go to the page that that is rendering all our components. What is the page name? This one will be the app dot. This is our main module that is rendering all of our pages in this. Okay, here we are going to, what we are going to do, we will remove this one. Okay, and we are going to create our navigation bar. We can, okay, we can go to the bootstrap. We can download any, like we can go to the W3 school. Here we are going to download the Bootstrap navigation bar. Any navigation we can choose. Let's get the okay. Let's choose the navigation bar. Navbar. Okay. We are going to choose this one. This one will work for us. Okay. We will copy it from here. This one. Navigation dark. Okay. Let's copy it. And we will paste it over here. And here we are going to mention our div class container. In this div we are going to mention our the main app router outlet. What is router outlet? That is responsible to that is responsible for rendering our all the components. Okay, with the help of this one we will render our all the components. Okay, we will mention this one. Okay, then we are going to use this one navigation bar. For that, here like we are using href, but in this we are going to mention the router link, whatever the router link is. That we cannot use this href, like the router link. Okay, here we will mention are the path route that we define here, like the user. Okay, this one will go here. Okay, this one is giving us an error because we need to download the router link as well. Import that one in the app component ts file. Here it should be a router link also. Okay, router link. Okay, now I'm sure error will be gone. Yeah, here we can see now there is no error for that, and this is for the user. Okay, our next one is the employee, and here is our router link. We can give the router link like this also as a binding, and we can mention it like this also, router link without any binding. Okay, braces we can mention our here. What is our this one? Employee here. Okay, the next one will be our employee department. Okay, here we are going to mention our employee department path. Router link, and we are going to mention here. Let's check if we will see any is anything rendering over on page. Let's check it over here. This is here you go. Let's check one. I think something wrong is here. Let me check. Let's start. I think something is wrong. Let's start our project again. Maybe that's why. Let's check that one. Okay. Let's check now. Okay, I think it's oh, here you go. It's working now. If we will click on the user, we are going to the user. Here we are going employee, and this one is also working, employee department. Okay, now let's see in the employee department. It's going there. 1 second. Here in this one, employee, this one, let's stop this one. Okay, now let's check this one. On the employee works. Okay, now employee department. This one in our employee department, and this one is our user. In this way, we can render our components. And if you will check, if whenever we are clicking on the navigation bar, if we are clicking on the employee, the only this the part this one is not reloading. This is just changing over here on. If we will go here, this one is, it's not reloading again and again, it's just redirecting over there. The page is not right. So in this way we can mention our routing. Okay, the next we can route them on the link on the button click as well. Let's check that one too. Like if I will say we have user component, there we have one button, any button. Okay, dev class, we can give container. In this we will create one button. Okay, button class btn primary. Okay, we can mention our router link over here also. In this, when we click on the button, then it will route on the component. If we will say we want to go on an employee, okay, employee component. Okay, here we can mention router link like that. Let's remove this one. We are not going to do the activate. Okay, just pass here employee. Okay, again we need to router link we need to import in the user also. Here we are going to use import router link. Okay, it will import here also. We need to import here. Now the error is gone. So let's check now if it's working or not. Let's go to the user. Here is employee. If we will click, it is going on a employee component. Now in this way we can create on the from the HTML also. We can go to the route the page also. Now let's do, if we will go to the from the TS file also we can redirect. This is where here we did in the HTML. We can do this one in from the TS file as well. Let's check that one too. Now in this we are going from user to employee. Now let's go back from employee to user. Let's create one button on the employee component here, right? Okay, let's create button over here. Create button class btn primary. Okay, on this button we are going to create a click event. Okay, we can say go to user. Okay, we can give to the name also go back. Okay, now we will create a function in that imply here. Okay, what was our function name? Function name go to user. In this we need to create a constructor. In the constructor we need to get the router. Okay, let's do this one too, so that we can access the route over here. constructor. Let's create a constructor and create a private router for that router. Okay. Okay, with the help of this router we are going to access that routing. Okay, for that that's dot router, the variable, and we are going to pass here the navigation URL, navigate by URL. Here we can pass our component name. What was that? That is user. Okay, let's check that one. Okay, with the help of this one, let's check that one if it is working or not. Okay, here you go. In this way we can, with this thing we are accessing the routing from HTML to TS file. In this we are going go back to the user using the URL in the TS file we are passing here. Let's go through again with everything. First of all, we need to mention over here in the routing file, we need to give the path. Okay, for all the components whatever we are going to use to give to route them, okay, in the app. Okay, for that one, after that we can create a navigation bar that is in the main file app component, and we need to mention this one because this router outlet help us to render all the activated component on our web application, right? With this one, after that we need to pass a router link. To use this one we need to import the router link in a TS file. Here we are going to mention the routers, and here we are going to mention the path that we already defined in the route file. Okay, okay, in this way we can give them a path. Okay, this one with the navigation bar, here we did it with the help of, here we are going to use it in the TS file. Here we create one click function and we give the path over here in the TS file. Okay, and one we did with the help of this one router link. In the on the button click also we can mention the router link. Okay, thank you so much. That's all. That's it for this video. In the routing, in this way we can mention all our routing and give the path to our routers. Thank you.